I'm up so early. This is this is a big deal for me. What's up, guys? Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. My God, we're already a week into February. What are you feeling about Valentine's Day? If there's any women listening to this show, which maybe there's one or two, I know Valentine's Day is coming up. It's next week. It's next Monday. And I don't know if you guys have anything planned. I don't know if you're gonna go out, but if you're thinking, just don't make your boyfriend or husband or whoever you're with right now feel like they've got to like spend a lot of money on, not even spending a lot of money on you. Just there's something about like the pressure of Valentine's Day which I don't like, and they really are taking advantage of people. They know that's the thing is if if restaurants or if the culture can get a hold of women and pressure women into feeling like, oh, well, if I'm not taken out on Valentine's Day, no one loves me and I'm a fat, dumb whore and I'll never amount to anything. Well, then, boom, then you can get the women to pressure the dudes into taking them out, buying them flowers, all the things. I mean, I love all those things too, but just don't be pressured into doing them on a day when they jack up the price like double on everything. Like there's no shame in waiting until February 14th to get flowers. Like just go ahead and tell your man like, you can just wait a day and get me the ones that are on discount cuz all that shit goes down. It gets cheaper the day after. I don't know, guys. Just don't feel pressured. You do you. This is great. Yesterday, I interviewed Amber Sweetheart, who is an adult. She's not even an adult film star. She does OnlyFans, and she's from Sweden. She's back in Sweden now. They've lifted all the restrictions. The more she was talking about it, I was like, all right, shut up. Because I was getting jealous. I was like, good for you. Good for you. And she's like this sexting queen. She's really good at sexting. And she was talking about like, how people can get into the mood and how like enthusiasm is so important, and how important it is for women to like sometimes initiate when it comes to sexting and stuff, but women kind of expect men to do that, but it's very much appreciated in that realm when a woman does make the first move. So that's a fun conversation I had. I also did an interview with Clifton Duncan, who is an actor from New York, just like myself. Well, he's not from New York. We lived there for 15 years, which basically makes you a New Yorker. And we're just talking about like the acting world and how, his sort of political, spiritual awakening. And it was interesting to find the similarities between like the acting world and the comedy world. And I found out he's not gay, which I thought he might have been. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, Russell, I haven't heard back from Ashton yet. I hope she's fine. I hope she's okay. Yeah, she left Simcast somewhat suddenly. But she was like a last minute ad, so maybe she had to go. But she also didn't say bye. What's up, Morgan? Chrissy and Frankie, y'all get your Biden pipes yet? What do you mean Biden pipes? Biden pipes. Oh, I know what you're talking about. And no, we didn't. We don't do that, Morgan. We're on the straight and narrow. Oh my God, Frank, I'm late because you always call me right before. I love you, but I was supposed to go live at 10 and then the phone rings at 9:52 and I'm like, here we go. No, I know he's calling out of love. He's like, oh, do you have everything you need? You're about to go live soon. And then I'm late. And then you wonder why I'm late. Oh, yes, JSB. My husband and I have been married for 8 years. We stopped celebrating after the second year of marriage, meaning Valentine's Day, right? Right? That's what they do. They trick women who are not, maybe they're not as secure in their relationships yet or as they would like to be. So they use that they manipulate vulnerable women for money. Isn't that the whole world? So I don't know. Wait until the things go on sale. Wait until like literally and it's a Monday, come on, like, this is the perfect year to blow off Valentine's Day. It's on a Monday, it's not on a weekend, everyone can relax. I would say it's the worst when it's on a Friday or Saturday, but if it's during the week, you know what I mean? This is like, maybe make some heart cupcakes for the kids. I sent Valentines to my niece and nephew. I don't know, I hope they get them. I don't know. I can't wait till they get phones and they can text me and be like, "What's up, Aunt Chrissy? You're the fucking shit. Thanks for always sending us cool gifts." Yeah, I do want credit. I do. I just miss them though. But I'm gonna be seeing them next month in March because I'm gonna be at Good Nights in Raleigh. Let me show all my shows. Poof. See, I don't need anybody. I can run this whole ship myself. These are my upcoming dates. I'm gonna be in Levittown, Long Island with Comedians of the Compound, February 26th, which is coming up. It's literally all right, well, it's in a couple weeks. With Anthony Cumia, Aaron Berg, the whole Compound Media gang that you know and love at Governor's, one of my all-time favorite clubs. It's where I shot my album, Live from January 6th, which is coming out next month on March 15th. And you'll probably be able to pre-buy it because I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you're going to be buying my album. You can pre-buy it a couple weeks before. And then I'll be going to Raleigh on March 17th to Good Nights. I don't think tickets are on sale yet, but they will be, and they should be soon because I've been plugging it. Then I'm going to Savannah, Georgia on March 19th to the Wormhole. And then March 20th, I'll be at Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida. And then April 22nd and 23rd, Comedians of the Compound will be in Atlantic City. You know it is. You know where it is. It's in New Jersey. I don't have to tell you guys that. Hope you guys are probably at work, or maybe you're working from home still. I am making sure I didn't miss any super chats right away. I am sorry you had to wake up early to talk to us. Clifton Duncan was amazing yesterday. Oh no, don't come on. This is part of my new routine. I'm gonna be a morning person, whether I like it or not. Yeah, Clifton Duncan says shit. Yeah, I don't mean to come across surly. I enjoy this. This is great. This is fucking so much better than what I used to be doing at this time. So today we got Artur Pawlowski, who was recently arrested. So there's a chance that he might not even be able to do the interview today at 1:00. But if he is, that's probably what he's going to be talking about. So Artur, he is the guy who all during the lockdowns kept his church open and was like aggressively protecting it. Like the cops would come in and tell him to shut it down. And he's like, I'm sure you saw this viral clip of him where he's like calling the cops Nazis. He wasn't wrong, but I admire his balls big time. I've been kind of trying to get him for a long time, so I really hope he can do it still. And then at 5:00, yes, we have Owen Benjamin, who I've heard so much about. And I didn't know this, but he used to be third mic on the Crowder show. People don't I'm still figuring out what it was about Owen Benjamin that led him to his sort of like cancellation, or people not liking him, or people sort of casting him off into the woods, which is, I think, where he lives now. I'm going to ask him about living in the woods. No, I'm not taking anything for my ADD. I just drink coffee and I hope for the best. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Owen Benjamin in a bit either. I'm going to Google him. I mean, DuckDuckGo him. See what the latest was on him. Well, see, now why does when I Google Owen Benjamin, an article about J-Lo and Ben Affleck come up? Who gives a fuck about them? They think I'm saying Ben? This is so dumb. Oh, does anybody see that movie? That's what they want. They want women to convince their boyfriends and husbands to be like, take me to the new J-Lo movie for Valentine's Day. It's called Marry Me. Hint, hint. Ugh. Blech. I just think not that J-Lo should hang it up, but I can't it's hard to, like, identify with her. It's hard to, like she's not a regular chick, you know? Okay, so when I Google Owen Benjamin, I wonder if he's, like, banned. Well, he is kinda banned, but I'm not seeing a lot coming up for him. Okay, he's coming up in an article about Joe Rogan from 25 days ago. Oh, they're saying that Owen Benjamin is known for anti-Semitism? What did he say that was anti-Semitic? I guess I'm gonna find out when I talk to him later today. Wow, this is like they've been going to Rogan for a long time. I'm just kinda now realizing it. Well, guys, if you have any questions for me for Owen Benjamin, put them in the comments as I collect what I'm gonna talk about with him. Okay, so I'm sure you guys all saw this. Ask him about the Holocaust. I'm sure you guys saw this. So Heather McDonald, who was best known for being on Chelsea Lately, passed out on stage in Arizona a couple days ago. Suffered a skull fracture, which is horrible. So this was what's today? Today's the 9th, so it's 2 days ago. A rep for Heather tells us she suffered a skull fracture as a result of the fall and continues to undergo tests at the hospital to figure out what happened. We're told she has not consumed any alcohol prior to the show and tested negative for COVID. Like, who gives a fuck? Um, Heather McDonald fell hard during a show in Tempe, Arizona, but it was no joke. It was a medical emergency. Eyewitnesses tell TMZ the former Chelsea Lately star was headlining the sold out show when she delivered her second joke. I'm vaxxed, double vaxxed, boosted, and flu shot and shingle shot. I'm not. Why are people getting a shingle shot? Is that a new thing? She said, and I haven't gotten COVID, and Jesus loves me the most. Here's a picture of the club. Here's the fire truck. Hope the firemen were at least cute. As soon as she delivered the joke, she just collapsed and hit her head on the floor. Everyone thought it was part of the bit, part of the act, but it wasn't. She was conscious, but clearly all was not well. An EMT and nurse happened to be in the audience. They rushed up on stage to provide first aid. I wonder if there was a guy that was like, I got to do mouth to mouth. And then the female nurse was like, but she's not choking. And he's like, let me do my job. The 911 call came in as a seizure, but no one really knows yet. That's interesting because if two nurses or if an EMT and a nurse were the first to rush on stage, then they probably, you know what I mean? I'm sure they were involved with the 911 call unless as soon as she collapsed and people ran up, then someone else called 911. But then how would they know, right? If a waiter or a manager is at the other side of the stage calling 911 without conferring with like the EMT and the nurse, they wouldn't know what to call it in as. Maybe someone said, "Oh, she was on stage and she passed out." Well, what's wrong? That could be anything. I mean, a seizure wouldn't be my first guess. So, I wonder if the EMT and the nurse observed her having a seizure. But then they put in this no one really knows yet because, they don't want to how do I put this? They don't wanna make certain people feel like they know what caused it. I'm not laughing at this is obviously a horrible thing that's happened, but it's just weird that it's very vague as to the cause. An ambulance came and paramedics tended to Heather. Heather tells TMZ, "I felt somewhat dizzy when she was on stage, and then she just collapsed." She says it's never happened to her before. Okay, so this is a woman, she's like I think she's early 50s. She's in fantastic shape. She looks amazing. She absolutely works out with a personal trainer several times a week, like all these celebrities do. Like they have the time, they have the money. She's in killer shape. Like she was on stage bragging about what good shape she was in and how she's always go go go. She's traveling everywhere. So that's why I feel like the story is very sus 'cause people are saying, "Oh, it was dehydration. It was low blood sugar." It's like she's been on stage a lot. She's performed a lot in her life. Like I don't know how many years she's been doing stand up. I think I don't know if she got her start on Chelsea Lately and then went into stand up. But she's been like most comedians, you've been on stage enough to know your own body. Like I don't know. I've been on stage dehydrated many times. I've been on stage without eating many times. But I've never passed out, and it's interesting what they're kind of I mean, a lot of us are thinking, could it be a certain could it be a certain experimental medical procedure? Because just like right, we hear about a lot of these athletes, they're in great shape, they're collapsing randomly, and still people like, they're all just thirsty. Okay. She passed on the ambulance. This has never happened before. She passed on the ambulance, says her sister-in-law, who was in the audience. And then the sister-in-law took her to the hospital. That's really nice. This would never happen to me because none of my family goes to my show. Heather says she got a CAT scan as well as other tests, but so far it's unclear what caused her to faint. She says her head really hurts and she's very tired. Ooh, I mean, this is fucking awful. Ever the Trooper, she says she feels horrible about abruptly ending the show. Heather tells us she never had COVID, right? She wants everyone to know that. Nobody fucking cares anymore. Does anyone care anymore? As she said in her set, she's fully vaxxed and boosted. We wish her well. Here is the video of her. I mean, good for her for just like, she's like, I'm going to do a video when I get to the hospital. I'm sure she genuinely feels horrible.
So I'm in the emergency room. I look weird. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I passed out on stage. I got up, I did one joke, and I felt so dizzy. You can see my eye. I fell on my eye. Oh my God. I cannot believe this happened. I feel so terrible that they had to tell everyone to leave and then cancel the second show at Tempe. I will be back. I've never ever fainted in my life.
Dun dun dun. Interesting. Okay, so now, luckily, somebody from the show, from the audience that night, took a video. And I'm going to play that for you so we can watch her falling. No, not like to look at her and laugh, but because I'm genuinely curious as to what happened.
I don't mean to.
Okay, here we go. This is fun. Shout out to Quarter Black Garrett. See, women can be funny. That's great. This is from just a couple days ago. I guess this was from, let me think. If this news came out a few days ago, when do you think her show was? Her show was obviously this weekend. Yeah, so it's probably, maybe it was Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Okay, here's Heather McDonald right before she fell.
I don't mean to brag. I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm going to be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows, meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice. So nice.
Oh my God. That got such a great laugh. Like just as a fellow comedian, like that got such a great laugh. And I'm sorry she was unconscious for it and didn't hear it. I'm gonna watch again because if you watch this enough times, you can see like the exact moment when she starts getting out of breath. Almost like, I don't know. Could be something up with her heart. You know what I mean? What would cause you to be like, gasping for breath? Would dehydration do that? I don't know.
I don't mean to brag. I don't care, but I want you to know, double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm going to be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows.
You hear that? She's starting to like breathe heavily. This is her first joke, by the way. Like, could be nerves, could be she's excited, but
meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me.
Out of breath. She's out of breath. She's like not even standing up straight. Maybe this is how she stands on stage. I'm just really looking deeply into it.
So nice. So nice.
Uh-oh. And, like, she said she fell on her eye. She fell on the back of her head. So I don't know how she hit her eye. I'm shocked she didn't hit this mic stand, that it's still in place.
I don't mean
Imagine do you hear that guy at the end who laughs so loud? I wonder if he's watching this going like, "Uh-oh, shouldn't have laughed so hard." Because everyone thought that this was a bit.
I don't mean to.
This is like the, remember when Wendy Williams passed out in the Statue of Liberty costume and, like, people watched it, like, hundreds of times over? I'm not trying to do that. I hope she gets well soon. But that guy, you know what I mean? That one guy laughed really hard. A lot of people laughed really hard at that. Ooh, boy. Interesting. Hope she'll be okay. You think it was low dehydration sugar. People are saying it was Jesus. It was Jesus trying to communicate, not to be cocky. Jesus loves me the most, she said. I'm sorry, I'm not okay with these lights. I never know what color to make them. Okay. So what do you guys think? Too many shots? Do you think she just was lightheaded? She didn't have anything to eat before the show? You think she doesn't know, she as a grown woman and as a seasoned performer doesn't know what to eat, how much to eat before a show, how much to drink? Like, I know exactly before I go on stage, I want to have a part of dinner, like some of it, a few bites of something at least. I'm not gonna get full, but I have to have a vodka in me, a vodka soda or some drink, a Cosmo, whatever. I have to have a drink and probably be started on my second, and then I'll bring it on stage. Like, you get to a point where you know exactly what you need to have. So, I don't know. The 911 call said seizure, but now we're unclear about it, and you can see clearly she had trouble breathing on her first joke. What does that point to? It's just like all these mysterious, athletes that keep collapsing. Sebastian, what's up? Hey, Chrissy. Have another Simcast suggestion. Pipkin Pippa. This sounds like a made up person. She's a VTuber, and I think she'll be game to join you. Well, okay, I'm about to sound so old. What the fuck is a VTuber? A video tuber? Is it just somebody who tubes? A vaginal tuber? All right, I'm going to write her name down. I don't often do this, but since you're here, I will write her name down and I will put it somewhere on my desk. Pipkin Pippa. She sounds like a character from Fiddler on the Roof. Okay. Tell Owen you're Jewish and see how that goes. All right. Of course I'm good. Of course I'm doing my research. I just want to know what you guys think. Sheesh. I like Owen, but he did edibles with Joey Diaz and lost his mind and believes in racist conspiracies. He turned on Crowder and all his friends. Oh, I'll have to ask him about that. Shingles shot. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, what are people getting? Shingles is something that my grandmother had. I wonder if it's okay. Zoster. A zoster vaccine is a vaccine that reduces the incidence of herpes zoster, a disease caused by reactivation of the varicella zoster virus, which is responsible for chickenpox. So maybe why did she get it? The most common side effects of zoster, of the shingles jab, are redness, pain, tenderness, swelling, itching, headaches. Maybe she didn't want to get shingles. I've never heard of anybody getting that. It's like maybe she didn't have chickenpox as a kid and doesn't want to get shingles as an adult because it's worse. Shingles sucks. Yeah, my grandma had it. I think her whole face drooped down, or maybe that was something else. Maybe that was Epstein-Barr. Okay. Sup, Matthew? If you want to get someone who is super banned, you should get Laura Loomer on the podcast. She is running for Congress. Oh, I love Laura Loomer. I'm going to write her name on the same post-it. I think I have a Laura Loomer shirt somewhere, or I think I gave it to Frank. I think we got it. We get a lot of random shit at Compound Media. A lot of merch. Yeah, you think it was too many? Do you think it was too many shots for Heather? She went down like she was being choked out by Julk. I think do you mean Hulk Hogan? I'm not sure. Oh, Alan. Okay, Alan here is a fan of Owen. Owen knows who runs the greatest grift on humanity. Ooh. I'll have to ask him who he thinks that is. I am hungry too, actually. Rico Zorro. Hey, Chrissy and all. Benjamin Owens has a 2-part documentary on his site, Bear Terrier. It's about his new property up in Idaho with his little bears helping him build it. Would you ask how that's going? Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah, I'll ask him about Bear Terrier. I do have a lot of questions about like living in the woods, since you know what I mean. There's always part of me that like mentally wants to prepare for that in case we need to all like go live in the woods. It's Mayor in the morning. I need a song. I need an intro song. So refreshing to hear a femme could talk about periods. Well, you know what I mean, because she's proud that she still has it because I think she's at an age where like you would go through menopause. All I want to know is, did she sheet her pants? Yeah, I wonder that too, actually. Morgan Babcock. I believe there were instances where people who got the COVIDs were having breakouts of shingles. Oh, not 100% on that though, but I heard it somewhere. That's what we do here. We talk about shit we heard about. Wow, why would You know what? That makes sense because I listened to the Robert Malone episode of Joe Rogan and he was talking about like a lot of us have like latent viruses that live in our body and then something about the vax might stir those up or cause them to come out. Again, ask your doctor if it's right for you. I'm going into all the no topics right away. Brandon Lucas, what's up? Were you in the Nightwave radio chat by any chance? In that case, do you know Mersh from ROTC and will you have Mersh on? I know who Mersh is. I think he's on Revenge of the Sis, I think. If it's the same one. Was I in the chat? I don't remember. Maybe not. Ooh. Yo, Chrissy, why do you private every live stream? I can't always catch it live and wouldn't mind catching the VOD. Is there somewhere else to get them? I do them live and then I re-release them like sometimes a day, a couple days, or like a week later. Because I think that method works for getting more views. But I'm still learning and figuring it out. Nathan Guljas, minus the fractured skull, Heather McDonald's joke was genuinely hilarious and based, even if that wasn't at all her intent. Shill for pharma, instant karma. It was funny. Got a huge laugh. I wonder if she's thinking like when she's better, she should do that joke and continue to fall. You get shingles as an adult after having chickenpox as a kid. They recommend getting it when you turn 50. Okay. All these things you have to do when you're 50. Sounds like a pain. Okay. All right. So she's like bragging about all of her shots. As people do. So I hope she's okay. And I will be watching closely to see what the developments are as to what caused this. So I don't know if there's anybody in New York listening, but Eric Adams is already such a huge disappointment. For real. Like, he was hired, and he was voted in. People were very excited because he's a black guy, and everyone thought he was gonna be tough on crime, and people thought, "Wow, he really represents the city. He's really gonna take care of business." And what does he do as soon as he gets to office? He's talking about why New Yorkers need to eat a plant-based diet, and this was during a press conference yesterday, I think yesterday or Monday, and it's just shocking that this is what he's taking his time with. Like, this is what he's focusing on. This is from Tom Elliott. New York City mayor warns, I've got to get New Yorkers to eat a plant-based centered life.
You brought up your eating habits. I just want to clarify something. How often do you eat fish, and do you eat any other animal proteins?
I eat a plant-based centered life. Some people want to call me vegan. Vegans eat Oreos and they drink Coca-Cola. I don't. I eat a plant-based centered life. And those who are the food police for me, they can food police all the time. I eat a plant-based centered life.
So you eat fish?
I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down that. Hold on. Please don't do that yelling out stuff with me. I don't do it to you. Don't do it to me. I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down this rabbit hole of what do you eat? If you eat cake and it has eggs in it, that you analyze it. I'm not doing that. The more plant-based you eat, the better and healthier you are. That is my question to those who are following me around in restaurants, wondering what I'm ordering. Listen, I'm not doing that. That's noise to me. I got to get New Yorkers to eat a plant-based centered life.
I don't understand. The more I listen to this, the more I'm like, who are these marching orders coming from? Crime is the number one problem in New York City right now. We have fucking crackheads like all over the place. It's real bad. People have compared it to like Dinkins era New York City. Like, he shouldn't be talking about anything other than crime. But of course, like, who knows? Maybe he talked about crime during this press conference and people are just clipping this. But he sounds annoyed here already. He sounds like, "Oh, why are people asking me what I eat? Is Eric Adams a vegan?" That's what I'm gonna Google. Hold on. Is Eric Adams a vegan? Because that one reporter was like, "Oh, do you eat fish?" The mayor, okay, this is out of the New York Times. New York Times. Did Eric Adams, an avowed vegan, eat fish? Yes, and it was no fluke. Okay, so this is coming out of the Times. This is from February 7th. So he did the press conference on Monday, and this came out on Monday. Mayor, all right, I'm going to switch the screen so you guys can see this. Because why are people up his ass about what he eats? And I also I'm wondering why he's pushing this so hard when there's such bigger problems out there. You know, like, who are these orders coming from? Just, you can tell by how he says it. I have to get New Yorkers to eat a plant-based. Have to. Why? Says who? For much of his recent public life, Mayor Eric Adams had loudly proclaimed he loves salads, beets, lentils, and green smoothies. Gay? No, I eat all that shit too. And that transforming his diet changed his life. Well, good for you. I don't know that New Yorkers need help with figuring out what to eat. They're fucking adults. People are going to eat what they want to eat. But on Monday, Mr. Adams, New York City's first purported vegan mayor, was confronted with several accounts of dining on fish in public and acknowledged that he was imperfect and had not always stuck to a strictly vegan diet. Which means he had fish and he got caught. And he's trying to sound tough and he's trying to be like, "Oh, it's noise to me." But he's not denying it. He's not saying, "Yes, I did have fish. Sorry, my bad." He's just avoiding it. Here's my message. The more plant-based meals you have, the healthier you're going to be. I don't know. I've seen some people on the carnivore diet that are pretty happy and seem pretty healthy. I.e. Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson. He's had a lot of health problems. But Rogan, he's like a freaking ox, that guy. Mr. Adams told reporters at an event announcing he's announcing a program to help New Yorkers with chronic illness to improve their diets. Yeah, I think New Yorkers are struggling with crime and crackheads everywhere, like literally having to step over them when they get in and out of the subway. What do I know? I'm only in the city once a week, but I see things. Don't worry what's on Mayor Adams' plate. Put these items on your plate. Well, it's the whole thing like do as I say, not as I do. And by the way, just say you're a vegetarian or just say you're a pescatarian. Just say, "Yeah, I eat fish." Oh my god, this is great. This controversy is called Fishgate on social media. It was part of a humorous diversion. Exactly, it's a fucking diversion. But it also reinforced concerns that Mr. Adams often stretches the truth. There have been questions over whether he actually lives in a Brooklyn apartment. He failed to report rental income and blamed his accountant who was living in a homeless shelter. What? He acknowledged that a story he told at a commencement address about a neighbor's dog befouling his yard did not happen to him. Wow. So he's not as real of a New Yorker as people thought, which I knew. I talked to Curtis Sliwa, who was running, who should have won because he really isn't a real New Yorker. He founded the Guardian Angels. He's been like on the streets for no, he's not homeless, but he's like on the streets. He's the most in touch guy with what's going on in New York City. He should have won. But of course, the people that should win never seem to. At first, Mr. Adams refused to say on Monday whether he eats fish or other animal products. He said, "Some people want to call me vegan." He pointed out that some vegans eat Oreo cookies. No, they don't, because Oreos have the inside of the Oreo is made, there's gelatin in there. So if you're like a proper vegan, you're not going to eat Oreos. And he does not. He appeared annoyed that he kept getting asked about his diet. Well, man, when you're telling people what to eat, you better be perfect. You better not have one photo with you and a chicken leg. You better not have, you know what I mean? If you're saying you're vegan and you're seen eating fish, yeah, like prepared to get questions about it. Those who have questions on what I'm eating, I'm over 18 and I know how to take care of myself. Yeah, so do all the other people who live in New York. I think most people know that vegetables are better than no vegetables. And I think most people know generally like what's good and what's bad for them. I think it comes down to like preference number 1 and price number 2. Try going to like the fucking poorest parts of New York City and like ripping a KFC bag out of their hands and being like, "No, here, have the salad." It's all for show. People are not really going to stop eating how they're eating. It's like, why is he doing this? Why is it so important for him to push this agenda? And then I go, okay, like, well, who is, I mean, I was talking about this with Frank like yesterday. Because we see this and he's talking about, oh, you got to go plant-based. And I was like, the more he talks about this, the more I really want to go eat a big ass steak. So we went to Outback. We had date night last night. We ordered the bloomin' onion, which I mean, here's another thing. If you once you have the bloomin' onion, even a part of it, it's over. The night is over. No one's having sex. Nothing is, just go ahead and cross off any kind of intimate time because you're going to be blowing up for the rest of the night. Just know that when the words bloomin' onion come out of your mouth when you're ordering, just know that one decision is going to dictate the rest of the night. Just giving my tips here. These are my Valentine's tips. So yeah, Eric Adams, when you say that that you're vegan and everyone should be plant-based, yeah, people are going to closely scrutinize what you're eating. You can't blame them, especially when there's bigger problems going on in New York City. If you haven't noticed, look at the pictures of yesteryear and then look at the pictures now. I wear my suit so much better than I did 8 years ago. Nobody gives a shit. Literally nobody fucking cares. You and like whoever's fucking you. Those are the only people who care what you eat. The mayor's love for vegetables was a central theme of his campaign, and I don't feel like it was. I don't know. He wrote a book 2 years ago about his health journey. In the book, he described his plant-based diet as not eating any animal products or anything that ever had a face or a mother. Okay, Lisa Simpson. He characterized his diet as vegan to the New York Times in 2017. That's the thing, is like once you come out with a big declaration like that, I'm vegan. It's like people, and you're in the public eye, people are going to be watching you. And a news release from his office last year quoted a nonprofit leader calling him New York City's most famous vegan. Give me a break. There were hints that Mr. Adams had flirted with pescatarianism, including a report in the New York Times over the summer that Mr. Adams ate broiled fish and spinach at Rouse in East Harlem. His campaign insisted that he ate eggplant parm without the cheese. What? The two don't even look the same. Eggplant parm without cheese is would be mostly covered in sauce. So if he was seen eating broiled fish and spinach, that's like your plate is going to look white and green. But his campaign is insisting that it's eggplant parm without cheese. So then that's red sauce. Well, then that looks totally different. I feel like someone's lying. And that's what this article is saying, right? It just points to him kind of lying a bunch. Even though it's over something small. Like nobody gives a fuck about what he eats, but it's like you're making us care about it. When Mr. Adams faced questions over his residency last year, he gave reporters a tour of his Brooklyn apartment that revealed salmon in his refrigerator. Fishgate. Then Politico reported on Saturday that Mr. Adams regularly dined on fish at an Italian restaurant, Osteria La Baia in Midtown Manhattan. A spokesman for the mayor, Maxwell Young, denied to Politico that Mr. Adams eat fish. Oh my God. So that you eat fish, man. On Monday, Mr. Adams sought to end the curiosity. He encouraged New Yorkers to ignore the noise and criticize the food police. Yeah, these aren't coming out of nowhere, though. You can't make this up. Like, either you're seen eating fish or you're not, which he described as reporters trailing him at restaurants. But this is such a fucking distraction. This is literally a distraction so he doesn't have to tackle the fucking crime problem. But by day's end, Mr. Adams sent out another clarification to set the record straight. I want to be a role model for people who are following to aspire a plant-based diet. But then they don't need you. They're probably following like 20 different people on Instagram. People don't look to their mayor for like how to eat and be healthy. Like everyone has a phone. Everyone's like, you're not like a hot Instagram thought, Eric Adams. Okay. You're not like some like sexy gym dude. So unless you want to start an Instagram account with your shirt off, like no one's going to you for health and fitness advice. Some elected officials knew his flexibility. Diane Savino, a state senator who endorsed Mr. Adams for mayor, he's not vegan. He's plant-based. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? He lost 35 pounds. He cured his own diabetes. Good for you, Eric Adams. If I chose to put cream in my tea, I don't beat myself up for that. Well, it means you're not a vegan then, man. These fucking vegans. I had a girl who I went to college with who was a vegetarian who lived in my house. We all rented a house together senior year. She claimed to be vegetarian. She ate a bucket of port wine cheese every day. I would watch her do it. She'd just like curl up with it and be like, ha, ha, ha. And that's when I learned vegetarians ain't shit. What's up, Morgan? Who would have thought a Democrat was a compulsive liar? Oh, shit. Bow, 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 bow. Caligula. I dated a vegan girl years ago. She'd already been vegan for over a decade at that point. They know what to do already. Adams. SMH. So, like, what's behind this? Like, why is he pushing this so hard? Why is this so much more important? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I want to figure out where the marching orders are coming from on this. Let's see. Okay. I played this already. You notice when he gets angry, he's like, I have to get New Yorkers on a plant-based diet.
If you eat cake and it has eggs in it, that you analyze.
Yeah, you're not a vegan.
I'm not doing that. The more plant-based you eat,
look at this,
the better
doctor.
And healthier you are.
How much money is she getting paid?
To those who are following me around in restaurants, wondering what I'm ordering. Listen, I'm not doing that. That's noise to me. I got to get New Yorkers to eat a plant plant-based scented life.
I gotta get them to do that. Why? Do you get extra like globalist points? Is it good for your social credit score, Eric Adams?
You brought up your eating
Do you
habits.
have like a personal ESG score? Okay. I don't mind. Yeah, exactly. Dude, your city is falling apart. You're talking about eating bean burgers. Yeah. What's a plant-based centered life? Yeah, first of all, the wording is awkward. Just say like, yeah, mostly vegetables. Why do you have to it's just this doesn't really roll off the tongue. I was robbed twice on a New York City subway, once on the way to work and then on the way home from work. This was today. Damn. But at least no one shoved me off the platform in front of a moving train. That was Jesus Christ. See, I don't know. I feel like men, thank God I've never been mugged. I've never been jumped. Like, I don't know if I've just been real lucky or I'm kind of smart about where I go over the years. Like, I've been in and out of the city since like 2005. And yeah, maybe I just figure out like where to go and, when to take cabs and like when I can walk. But it just seems to me that like a lot of dudes are getting mugged in the city. Like my buddy Andrew Harms, who's on Wet Spot, like he got mugged on his way into doing my show. And he still did the show. Like his hair was all fucked up. Like it was all scuffled. Like, and they took his wallet. He had no money, no card on him or anything. And he still came and did the show. I mean, a bunch of us like gave him money and Metro cards and food and shit. And he ended up being okay. But I'm like, I don't hear about women getting mugged ever. It's dudes that are getting mugged. And people can't understand, oh, why isn't tourism back? Because it's not safe. It would be a shame if citizen journalists followed him around to every meal to determine if he's practicing what he's preaching. Exactly this. Like, then don't make it a thing. If you're not perfect about it, then don't tell people that, you know what I mean, that you're vegan. Yeah, Mayor Big Gulp to this. New York City is famous for having mayors that push their own life choices as public policy over having well-run city services. 100%. Oh, God. Sir, what do you say to the 5 gangbangers who were held at the station for a total of 3 hours and then released when they immediately got more guns and killed multiple people, innocent pedestrians? Plant-based centered life. Yeah, what do you say to the guy who's pushing people into the subway? Like, I try to walk everywhere I can in the city, but if I have to take the subway, like, yeah, I'm not at all going to be walking towards the end of it. Like, I stay in the middle. I lean up against the signs that are in the middle of the platform. I'm constantly looking around me. Not obviously, but I'm like, whoo. Yeah. I think a better approach, Eric Adams, would be, well, that's the thing is like, are you gonna run are rich people, are the elites gonna stop eating meat? No. You're always you don't wanna, take the steakhouses out of business, Del Frisco's, Morton's, right? You're always gonna have guys who are like having meetings in the city and are still gonna want to go out to their business lunches. So it's like, I think is he trying to get the regular people and the poor people to stop eating meat? Well, it's like a better advice would be like stop eating fast food and stop eating fried food, because those two things actually do wonders for you. Like, and I think like fried food and fast food is cheaper and easier to get, tastier. So like, I'm no nutrition expert, but start there. Don't tell people to just stop eating meat, because you know what I mean? That's like 10 steps ahead. Like, just get people to like step 1, drink more water, stop eating as much fried food. Maybe eat 1 less fried meal a week. Like, get real about what people are eating and what people are capable of eating, which is like, tells me that this is not a genuine attempt. This is just, I don't know. This is a show. This to me looks like a show. Because if you really wanted people to eat better, you'd be like, in front of McDonald's, be like, don't fucking go in here. I am harping on this issue. Gentleman bystander. The significance of pushing plant-based makes it a more pliable surf class that can be sustained by Zaibatsu style farms. What the fuck? I gotta see. I appreciate your guys' comments and super chats, but when you send me something and I have to look it up immediately, Zaibatsu farms. What in the heck is that? Mm, 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 mm. Are you talking about like a vertical farms? Yeah, I think what they're trying to do in New York City is like they've already made it so that the people who are in the city still, it's like they're either like rich kids who can at any time go wherever the fuck they want. They're there for NYU, or they're there to like experience city life. Um, or you or you have like the rich elites who they have one place in New York City and then they have a house in the country or whatever. They have multiple houses so they can come and go as they please. So only people that are really left, I think, are the people that can't move out. And they know that they kind of have New York City by the ball. So they're like, okay, how much can we get away with? Can we get people to stop eating meat? Like, we're just coming off of 2 years of being told what to do, and these people still haven't left New York City, like a city with like the most mandates, the strictest rules. And if these people are still here, they either can't or won't leave. So what else can we make them do? Like, they're primed and ready for being told what to do. And I think if the government can tell people what they can and can't eat and they go along with that, like, what else would they go along with? Can we tell them? I mean, they've already been telling us to not have kids, that it's more sustainable to not have kids and have a family, right? That it's more ecologically friendly. It's less of a ecological footprint. So I just think they want to turn New York City into, right, like people have said, like, oh, they're going to turn it into like a smart city. I think these are all tests to see how much people will go along with. I still don't know what a Zaibatsu style farm is, gentleman bystander. I'm just Googling it and pictures of llamas are coming up. Zaibatsu style farm. Like you made this up. Retro pixel. I don't know. Okay. I'm moving on. I'm just reading through all your guys' comments. You know who else tried to get a whole population to eat what he thought was good for them? Oh, Frank Spencer. What do you mean? Yeah, try getting Italians to not eat meat. Yeah, this is so lame. I don't think he genuinely expects anybody to change because he's giving the wrong advice. If you really want people to be healthier, like give out free gallon-sized water bottles and start with water and give people coupons like, I don't know, subsidized vegetables or something. Make it cheaper. Give out like grocery coupons and shit. Be on the corner giving out like baggies of celery and carrots to people. Like, be in the places where you think people aren't eating healthy enough and give away free shit to people. And that's a photo op. Like, go have a smoothie stand. Well, it's kind of cold right now, but have a smoothie stand and hand out smoothies. Okay, so then there's this whole thing, right? Bill Gates has been buying up the farmland. What's he gonna do with it? Bill Gates is the largest owner of cattle land in the US. So it's like, what is gonna happen to the meat? You think they're gonna do something to the meat? This is the next stage in their agenda. Coincides with the climate change BS that they are going to eventually make it impossible or illegal to travel outside of certain zones, turn rural areas into giant farms. Yeah, that's true. Guys are getting mugged in New York City and women are getting thrown in front of the subway. That's how that breaks down. I wonder if it's like I wonder if guys are not mugging women because it's too much of a pain in the ass. Like, give me your wallet. Oh God, it's in my purse. And like women, we all carry these like big ass bags with us everywhere we go, especially like a chick in the city. Big ass bag. Her whole day's in that thing. Give me your wallet. Wait, hold on. I have my makeup. I have my shoes for work. I have a book. I have my water bottle. I have a sandwich in a bag. It's like, and they're digging, and the guy's like, come on, just give me your fucking wallet. Let me find it. I have to find it. It's at the bottom of my purse. Guys just have a wallet on them. Boom, it's easier. I wonder if like the first mugger guy who ever tried to like mug a woman just told the others like, nah, man, it's not worth it. Don't bother. It's going to take too long. And she's probably not even going to be able to find her wallet, honestly. There's so many times I've gone into the city just without a wallet. I've completely forgotten it. And just like, I have my train pass on my phone and it's like, I get by. That's kind of the most exciting. That's the most exciting thing to me when I can like have a day with no wallet. I know it's bad. It's not ideal. It's good to have ID on you. You know, in case you get thrown onto a subway. Gentlemen bystanders, Zai Batsu are state-sponsored corporations from the Meiji era in Japan. Oh. So it's like, is he trying to cut down the demand of meat in the city? And that's the thing is like, they can't, we'll talk about eating bugs. It's like, right, how are they going to introduce bugs? They got to get people away from meat first. But it's still bugs. Although I hosted the Odyssey Games. This weekend with Lauren Southern on odyssey.com. And it was real fun. And one of the challenges, so Lauren, like, we had all these challengers. It was like people we know, like Brittany Venti and like Dick Masterson was in it and Ethan Ralph was in it. And then like a lot of people that I didn't know. And Lauren sent them all in advance, like little packages of stuff. And like it was labeled like challenge 1, challenge 2, and there's 4 rounds. We had I think we had 1 round Saturday, 1 round. It was Saturday and Sunday, and then now this upcoming weekend is like rounds 3 and 4. And so I was tasked with hosting these events. So I'm going to play a little bit of a clip just so you guys can get a sample of like my hosting skills and what I'm capable of here. So this is and Ashton Birdie was in it too. And Ender Nax, who I didn't know before, who I kind of am a fan now. He's like an anti-social media guy. This guy Counterpoints, this guy Prime K's was in it. So here is me hosting the Odyssey Games this past weekend because they were like, oh, host it like you would a comedy show. So here I am. Here's a compilation of my hosting and explanation skills. So one of the challenges was these people they were sent a stripper pole to their homes. And of course the box arrived and it says like dancing pole. I don't know why they don't say, it's like, it's not for dancing. I guess it is. So one of the challenges was people had to put together the pole and then get on it and hang upside down, which I think is way too much of a challenge. That's asking a lot of people who probably haven't worked out in 2 years, if ever. So here we go. Here's a compilation of me explaining. You could hold the pole, like get on it baby koala style, and then let your arms go and like lean back. Get the pole in between your ass crack. Get the pole into your ass crack. Is this looking tight? It's looking stiff. His wrist action alone is impressing me. Get your underpants. Get in your underpants. Or if they'll grab onto it like a hang in there cat and then wrap their legs, and then his pole has grown to
It's looking like a wizard.
5 times its size. Barely in there. Get the pole in your ass crack. You kick them into a handstand and you like wrap your legs around the pole and then you let go with your arms.
Like from my with my crotch facing the pole. Is that?
Yeah,
you can do back to it or front to it.
Okay.
You go on your hands, kick up into a handstand, and then like crotch wrap.
It's not
the pole
so hard,
and let go with
guys.
your arms. I can see how this seems gay. You could hold the pole. All right. Like get on it, baby. My explanations were probably not the best. It's a lot to expect a man to get on a stripper pole for the first time and hang upside down. That's asking a lot. Yeah, it is tough. Oh, you watched it, Clandestine Merkaba? I watched it. noticed you guys got some hate in the comments, but I thought it went pretty well, especially the first one ever. Thank you. Yeah, we're just trying. One of the challenges was eating a bag of bugs, and they actually got 2 bags of bugs. One was filled with mixed bugs that everybody got, and a second bag was supposed to just have a tarantula in it. But Lauren said that the tarantulas are being bought up left and right, so they ran out of tarantulas, and she had to buy these water bugs, which is just a fancy name for roaches. These things were fucking huge. So some people got water bugs and some people got tarantulas, which is not exactly fair. And the water bug bag had 2 in it, which is also not fair. So then we changed the rules so that they only had to eat 1 water bug. And then people were saying that the wings were hard to chew up and swallow. I mean, I would have done it if I was in the challenge because, like, I have a winning spirit, but I wouldn't have enjoyed trying to chew up a wing. And then Becca, this one girl, was like picking legs out of her teeth. So that was one of the challenges. Setting up the stripper pole and hanging upside down was a challenge. Also another challenge was they were given like this Capitol building puzzle that like of the DC Capitol building that they had to put together. But it wasn't just it wasn't Legos. It was like a cardboard puzzle. And they had to like tape certain sections together. Oh, Muffin's here. Oh, the dogs are here. Hello. Oh, hey. My puppies. Oh, you smell like outside. Hello. Oh, hello, babies. Hello. Stop biting her. Don't bite your only sister. Oh, it's Muffin. Hello, Muffin. Hello, Muffin. Don't take my sock. Ow! Why do you bite her so much? I don't understand why Waffles bites Muffin so much. I know she's a puppy, but all she does is bite. I know. Oh, I love you. Aww. Oh my god. What I love about dogs is like, oh, what the fuck did you just knock over? I like that the dogs stop. Oh my god, all they do is steal my socks. Stop it. That's a new one. Oh, Muffin. Oh my god, she's kicking out my internet. Fuck. What I love about dogs is that they always like smell like what's going on. Like you can smell like if they've just been outside, their fur picks up everything. I don't know if it's all dogs or like just these 2, but like when they smell like outside, it's like, oh, you were just outside. Or like if they come over and then they like, oh, you smell like chicken soup, or like, you know, cooking, like whatever's being cooked. Their fur absorbs everything. It's pretty cute. Oh, okay. So Jim says the water bug is a bug that looks like a cockroach, but isn't technically part of. Oh, come on, man! It's like he looks just like a roach. It's fucking gross. We have so many chew toys for them. We have so many toys, and sometimes like they'll eye up like my stuffed animals here. You know, whoops, you can't see. Sometimes they'll be like eyeing up my toys. They're the best. Okay. Whoops. Oh, you can tell a lot about a person's soul by the way they talk to their dogs. Oh, I've revealed myself as being a softie. I'm looking up water bugs. Oh God. Oh, they're so gross. Why? It's so gross. Ew. I hate bugs. I would take a rat over a roach any day. These are so nasty. This is so fucking gross. Oh my God. They had to eat these. And they really did seem this big. Oh God. And they bite? No. Nope. Ugh. I mean, I would have, if I was in the contest, I would have eaten it. Ew, what is it covered in eggs? What's on this back? Okay, enough. Ugh. I don't know. I'm not gonna eat bugs, guys. And then they said, "Oh, like," and so that was great about the Odyssey games is that it, me and Lauren Southern were hosting it, and like, our politics is whatever, not exactly, not exactly progressive, but the contestants were from all over the map politically. And it was so funny because the contestants that were like a little bit more on the progressive leftist side were honestly the ones that were like more okay with eating the bugs. And I was like, you can't make this shit up. They're like, oh, it's not so bad. They kind of taste like chips. And I was like, you say that now. Do not come here with Boba Fett spoilers. I will fucking ban you. Dude, I am not. Do not come here with the Book of Boba Fett spoilers. I think I'm watching this show. I will ban you. I am this close to banning you. I'm fuming. Scott, you're pushing it, buddy. You are really pushing it. I'm not okay with it. All right. So there's a story that I want to talk to you guys about. I can't believe I've been going an hour. So you've heard me joke like over the months, years, like, oh, should I join OnlyFans? Should I not? I've never joined it. It's like at the end of the day, I don't really have time to do another thing. But I just got this email. People think I'm on OnlyFans. All right, stop. Seriously, stop with the spoilers. I'm gonna ban this whole chat. I hate all of you. I fucking hate you all. So this is an email I got. So basically the point of this email is okay, this is somebody asking me if I need an assistant for my OnlyFans. Okay, this email came in on Sunday. Hey, Chrissie Mayr, my name is Athena Kelly. I'm the sales director for Sakura, a business service that caters to content creators on OnlyFans by giving them trained chatters / sexting agents. And usually this is an email that I would like delete because I'm like, I don't have any. I miss so many of my emails anyway. That's why I'm like this on one of my accounts. Like Frank is on it too, in case I miss something. Because he sees things I don't. So he showed me this email. And I was like, what the fuck are they actually saying? They're basically saying that like, oh, do you want to hire a trained chatter and sexting person for your OnlyFans? And I was like, what? Such a thing exists? Why sign with a management when you can directly deal with the supplier? Our main goal is to help content creators get back an important aspect of their lives while at the same time multiplying revenue through personalized messages and upselling content to fans. I see that we've contacted you previously, but I wanted to contact you today because we have gone through an entire revamp. We have changed our business model to cater to you. Our business model before was a management taking a percentage of your revenue, meaning of OnlyFans. I mean, it's like, do your research, man. I'm not even on OnlyFans. There is a lot of competition in the space, so we decided to get on a call with all of our clients to see how we can directly help them in the most effective way possible and what they wanted in detail. After some time, we have figured out what that was. I guarantee that as a female content creator that runs her business, you've experienced a ton of hell already, and we can wrap that up into one word: time. Time is the factor that seems to play against content creators on OnlyFans. Dude, I'm not on OnlyFans. Did you even look? Unless someone has a fake account for me on there. Time is the factor that seems to play against content creators on OnlyFans when it should be a friend. As a successful OnlyFans content creator, you cannot leverage your time against thousands of fans who are constantly needing your attention. You are supposed to work on your business, not in it. That's where our trained chatters come in. They give you back your time. Do you guys see what's happening here? Do you guys see what this is? This is a contractor who literally, like, how many people are doing this? I don't know if any of you guys subscribe to anybody on OnlyFans, but this is telling me, like, there actually is a job for people to write back to people's OnlyFans subscribers. So how many girls are doing this? Are any of them actually personally responding to you guys? This is insane. This is shitty. Like, how much of this is going on? if the supply is such that, you know what I mean? It's all about supply and demand. The fact that there's a whole company dedicating to sending out like contract positions out to people. Oh, you know, you're going to be on Chrissie Mayr's OnlyFans account responding to all her fans. Here, this is your job. You're going to make whatever it is, $13 an hour. This is concerning. I'm not on OnlyFans. I have a ton of friends who do it. I also know a lot of guys who are subscribers to OnlyFans, and they think they're talking to the actual girl. If you look at the top creators, they aren't the ones messaging the fans. They have multiple assistants helping them expand to all of the income streams on their page. He's saying the top creators are not messaging the fans. Do they know something I don't? You cannot be on your page 24/7 and be putting energy into each fan to maximize revenue growth, but we can. The ratio between upselling and personalized messages is memorized and natural to your assistants. All of our chatters have been in this space for over 3+ years and are rigorously trained. Oh my God. Imagine OnlyFans sexting training. Like you're in a room. I'm imagining like a room full of people, all Indian dudes, being like, I would love to stroke your cock. What are you wearing right now? I can't fall asleep. How about you? Think about this, guys. When you message this chick you like on OnlyFans, you're messaging Rapesh. Our pricing model is unique and allows our clients to take power back into their hands. The pricing is the lowest in the industry at $13 an hour with no contracts and no setup fees. So for $13 an hour, you can have somebody answer your OnlyFans messages and pretend to be you. While dudes just give you money and they don't even know, they're not even talking to you. Isn't that the whole selling point of OnlyFans? That it's about the personal experience? I was just talking to fucking this Amber Sweetheart girl about this. She's like, I love the personal connection I have with my guys on OnlyFans. And then I read this email and it makes me go, I mean, is everybody just lying? Like, how many people are using a service like this? We can apply the best chatters to your OnlyFans niche with our diverse collection of agents. For more information, you can visit our website, Sakura Agency. You can find testimonials from some of our top clients on our website. I also added some pictures in some of our clients' payouts. You can obviously see the difference in revenue. You can contact me back. I will get back to you in under 24 hours. Thank you for reading my message. I hope to see your application soon. Best regards, Athena Kelly, Director of Marketing at Sakura Management. I mean, I guess she can't be bothered to like actually research to see if I have a page or not. So let's bring up this website. What do you guys feel about this? Is this a shock to any of you? Did any of you guys know that this was going on? I didn't know this was going on. I mean, I've heard so many girls that do OnlyFans say, yes, it's a full-time job. I spend like 5 to 10 to 15 hours a day just uploading photos, responding to people, talking to people. It is time consuming. I can understand, like, yeah, you know, you want some of your time back. That's part of owning a business is, right, delegating. But the whole point of OnlyFans is the personal connection and the bantering. I'm upset. You know what I mean? Because, like, you can look at OnlyFans a number of ways. You know, let's say you just got to have a breakup or a divorce and you're not ready to get back out there yet, but like you have a crush on a girl, influencer type girl or whatever, a porn star chick, and you're like, you want to connect with her. It's nice. You know, you jerk off to her, you go to sleep. I think it's a Band-Aid. It's not like a permanent, right? Because I also think OnlyFans can be bad for certain guys because if you're spending so much your time, money, energy on a girl that you're probably never going to meet, that you probably are never going to have sex with, you're probably never going to date, isn't that taking time away spent and resources and your energy from like trying to meet a girl in real life that you could form like a lifelong partnership with, who could like have your back and shit and like, You can make fun racist jokes too. And the fact that you're doing this, and you might not even be talking to the real girl. It makes it like doubly a waste of time. Again, I'm sure not everyone is doing this, but the fact that this exists to the extent that you can hire, like, it's a job, means there's probably enough people doing it. So this is Sakura, leading OnlyFans virtual texter solutions for content creators for only $13 an hour. This is at Sakura. We help creators in the OnlyFans niche with their number one problem, time. Well, this is the job, right? That's the thing. OnlyFans is about, talking to fans, but it takes up so much time. We give them back to our clients. Okay, so this is basically all the same language that was sent in the email I just got. They do everything they can. Benefits of the Sakura chatters. Workflow consistency. Our clients are able to work with the same team every day to ensure consistency and allow for long-term work. We recognize all your subscribers' kinks and preferences. That's Pat. He likes anal and he's cheating on his wife. That's Kevin. He's 400 pounds. Secure protection. All of our agents receive training on privacy practices and complete a training program to best protect the client and their information. Increase sales. We train our chatters to supply our clients with one focus, creating sales through PPV. What's PPV? Using personalized messaging and upselling content. Oh, so I guess upselling like a photo or a video that they would do. Unique pricing model, $13 an hour. Hooray! And this is you after you stop talking to your subscribers. Damn. How many chatters do I need? Well, that totally depends on you. We offer a minimum of one chatter up to 3 chatters. Chatters are assigned a fixed rate of 8 working hours. So, oh my God. Someone could do this 8 hours a day. Like, this is someone's job. You can access the 24/7 service using 3 chatters, which is the most popular path. So you have 3 people answering your messages. Is there a referral program? Well, what is your current pricing? Oh, wow. Okay. So they could go as low as $10 an hour, it seems. From bikini models to niched fantasies and fetishes, our virtual assistants are highly vetted, trained, and able to adapt to your specific workflows. I'm just imagining like a room full of dudes. It's making me laugh a little. Oh, top 65 creators on OnlyFans. Okay. Woo! Oh my God. What's the application like? Tell us a little bit about yourself. No. Let's not. What's the point? I don't even have a thing. OnlyFans. What do you think about this, guys? Does this make you feel away? Does this make you want to not subscribe? Okay, so now that we know this, how do we figure out if you're really talking to the real person or a chatter? Is there something you could ask in particular, or like something really personal? That's the thing, is like the chatter could just make up the answers to whatever. If you're not on OnlyFans, who am I paying $12 a month to? Are you kidding me? Is there really somebody with an account for me? Fuck. Young Pay, what's up? My only Asian fan. Maybe the email was meant for a Missy Crayer. True. I actually do get a lot of emails from somebody with the same last name that lives in Germany, and the emails are in German, and it has to do with the person's like school that they send their kid to. I get one of those emails like once every couple of months. I did one time, and it was someone I knew who reached out to me about it. I still kind of feel bad about it. Oh, you did the chatting, Nick? You have a OnlyFans? Oh, man. It's kind of sad. Oh, Owen was canceled over objections to puberty blockers given to children because of parents believing their children were trans. Also, stress tested social media by addressing today's taboos. Yeah, to me, it seems like Owen Benjamin was like one of the most early canceled people, like Gavin McGinnis, like Anthony Cumia. Like it just they pushed open the door for the rest of us to be canceled, but they got hardest hit. Yeah, this is huge and hilarious. It is hilarious they send it to me. Are they not? Unless somebody is pretending to be me on OnlyFans, like what? Are they just assuming? Oh, you think this is just fishing? But it's a real company. The story is that this exists, not that like, oh, they're dumb. They think I have an OnlyFans. Oh boy. I'm actually surprised there are people that believe a person like Amaranth has time to stream 15 hours a day licking ears and also has time to chat in OnlyFans. Who's Amaranth? Amaranth. YouTuber? Okay, she is a gamer. She has 768K subscribers. She's on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, cosplayer, gamer, model, geek. Oh my god. Okay, she's gorgeous. She probably makes so much money. Good for her. Wow. Wow. Translation. Hey, Chrissy, do you want your own bot farm pretending to be you on OnlyFans for a percentage of the profit? We have professional LARPers. Yeah. That's pretty scummy. If people pay you on OnlyFans, the least you can do is interact with them personally. Yes! Then why? Like, don't these people feel bad? I guess not. I was building a relationship with Belle Delphine's customer service reps for a while there. Scott, I'm banning you. You're blocked. That's it. I can't handle any more Boba Fett spoilers. Fucking guys. What's wrong with you guys? I didn't even put Book of Boba Fett in the title. I'm not even talking about it at all. They did not mean to send this to you. I mean, they said this is at least the second time they've tried to reach out. It's kinky talking to a guy when you think it's a girl. Not a shock. Okay, some of you are not shocked at these OnlyFans chatters. Wow, what a dad joke. Grand muff twerking. What is Trudeau's least favorite type of bar? A honky tonk. Please send U.S. cash money in large package to Nigeria. Oh boy. Just shows that OnlyFans is a cancer in general, with or without Indian chat bots. Yeah. It's like, okay, I get it. You need a lot of subscribers to get successful, but then it loses the personal touch. No, I don't subscribe to anybody. I feel bad. I know a lot of guys that do, and they feel like attached to these girls. Chrissy. It's a bot farm, not an assistant. What's up, Britt Cormer? Then you wonder why men think they have developed a relationship with the woman. Weak men getting encouragement leads to crazy. I just think it's always better. Like, why not? I don't know. If it's purely, I get it because it's easier. It's so much easier to just pay a girl, and it's like you get your nut off for that day. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to like risk rejection. You have to put yourself out there, or maybe you don't have to like get in shape or get your life together or do the things that you think you need to do to be like, now I'm a good partner and like ready for love. You can just pay an OnlyFans chick and just fucking. I'd wager the majority of OnlyFans users are lying, even if it's to themselves. This stuff leads to super stalkers. Secret squirrel. Sakura is some kind of Japanese word. I think it means the death of hope. Oh, God. That would be so great if it was. OnlyFans is a cancer on society. All right. So I think a lot of you guys are like with me that this is like a little bit negative. OnlyFans is no worse than smoking or alcohol. Some people overuse it, but most rational people get entertainment and then move on with no consequence. Right. It's like any other vice. Overindulging is not going to be good for any of these things. I can't think of a single example of anyone where OnlyFans is a positive for them. Yeah, it did look like a cheap website, right? Wow, guys. Well, you know it's me because I'm here. You could see me talking. I mean, there's ways to find content that's free. Why would anyone? Yeah, right. Well, it's the reason why OnlyFans does so well because the selling point is literally the personal connection. They'll say, "Oh, you can only talk to me on my OnlyFans." But what if it's not them? At best, it's a replacement for real life, but like all things that are phony, it's empty of anything real. Why go down that route when you're only dollar signs to them? Yeah, I know. I feel like if I was a dude, that would make me kind of you're setting yourself up to feel bad, I think. Because you're putting your time, energy, and money into something that is like, how could it possibly give you back what you're putting into it? It's a phishing scam. Okay, so you don't even think that it's a total scam. They don't respond to the messages at all. Thanks, Joshua. Mayor in the morning. It's still morning. I'm yawning. Okay. That was a bombshell for me. I was shocked to see that. How do I even know if it's really Chrissy reading this? Exactly. Hello, Elsie Barrett. I am talking to you from a bot farm. Please take off your pants. Lily Singh should do OnlyFans. I just think you get ultimately you're gonna get more out of a real person, like being your friend. Like don't even think about like girlfriend, wife, like actual friends. Pursuing actual friendships is gonna give you more than I don't know. I guess it's basically porn, right? You're using it like you would porn. It's just like a different flavor. Wayward culture. A few bucks for coffee. Hope your day goes well. Oh, thanks, Wayward. I'm drinking my Keurig pods from my Daily Wire mug that was sent to me for free when I signed up for a membership. I forgot to do a Cushy Dreams read last night because I was so busy talking to Clifton Duncan. But just letting you guys know, if you are an anxious type like me, like you'll see me like fiddling with stuff. It's because I'm anxious and I have ADD. But what has really helped me with anxiety is Cushy Dreams because they have smokable CBD and it's great for like inflammation. It just helps calm you down a little bit. So if you go to cushydreams.com, Cushy Dreams with a K, use promo code CMP, you get 20% off anything on the website, and it ships to all 50 states. It's like discreet. It's very legit. The packaging is very nice. There's different indica sativa blends. Like if you want to be a little bit more energized, you do like awake or energy. And then they've got one is indica, one is sativa. One makes you feel like calmer. So if you want to relax before bed, maybe you do like relax or dream or something. But yeah, check it out. I like their stuff. Nat D, what if it's Jessica Yaniv doing the OnlyFans? Blech. I hope not. Okay, what are your thoughts on Gavin having that Mercedes Carrera lady on his show and getting his audience to send her money? She's in jail charged with, oh God, really? I've never heard of this woman. But if that's true, that's fucking horrible. Yikes. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that. I had not heard of her at all. Oh, you think someone recommended me for that Sakura site? Uh-oh, okay. We got researchers on the ground here. Release the McCracken. Doing a quick search. There is a Chrissie on OnlyFans, so maybe they thought that it was you based on my wet spot show. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're giving them too much credit. It's like when Andrew Tate started his webcam girls business and the girls didn't know how to chat with the dudes, so Tate took over chatting with them behind the scenes. Oh man, it's just like it's like very metaverse, right? At the end of the day, like, does it really matter? What is real? It's all a fantasy anyway. Does it really matter if you're actually talking to the girl herself? Because if you can convince, it's a fantasy, right? So whatever you need to convince yourself to get there, does it actually matter that it's not the real person? Owen was cool until he hooked up with CIA Vox Day. What is that? Then he started going off on flat Earth and nukes aren't real. Sorry to yawn. It's not you, it's me. Okay, I'm gonna ask him about all this stuff. Okay. Hold on, Frank sent me another story that is relevant to this. Okay. Frank Az can't do Friday. He just wrote me back. Oh boy. Okay, here's another story. Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna bring this up. OnlyFans news. Pew, 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 pew. OnlyFans management firm accused of having employees talk to fans as influencers. Customers who paid, okay, this is from just December. Customers who paid to chat with influencers may have been confessing fetishes to someone else. A prominent agency that manages accounts for OnlyFans creators has been accused of having its employees catfish fans by reading and replying to messages meant for creators, according to a report by Insider. I'm going to click on that. Woo! Oh, man, I got to pay for this article. Suck it. Hate that. Fans who thought they were talking to models managed by unruly agency would confess fetishes, fantasies, and other private matters. But yeah, it was going to Rapesh. But the person on the other end may have actually been an employee of the agency, not of the intended recipient. A person who worked on the account manager basically said they were a professional scammer. According to the report, unruly agency handles accounts for several popular OnlyFans influencers. But according to employees, in addition to helping them schedule photo shoots and manage posts, they also help models deal with the deluge. Does anyone know how to pronounce that? Of fans who want to talk to them and who are often willing to pay for the privilege. This, Insider says, leads to unruly's employees ghostwriting for models. Okay, so there's multiple companies doing this. Former employees say they heard about fans failing marriages and fetishes. Well, yeah, because like I think the type of guy that this is gonna appeal to is a guy that like we all want. That's the thing is we all want connection. We all want to talk to somebody. We all need to vent. We all need love. We all need connection. So I feel like this is a little manipulative. Sometimes they're seeing and responding to incredibly intimate messages, fans who think they're talking to someone who they've possibly seen naked, right? It's like, oh, I've seen you in a vulnerable position. Now let me share myself. So it's like you're building intimacy. We'll talk about what turns them on or their failing marriages, putting aside the very real questions about parasocial relationships on the platform that this kind of behavior brings up. Fans send those messages believing that someone they think they know will read it and possibly respond. According to Insider, this type of deception is a gray area when it comes to OnlyFans terms of service. One lawyer said it was probably fine, and another said it could depend on how a creator pitched their chat services. Oof. Unruly is also facing allegations that it mistreated its employees as well as the creators it managed. Multiple creators have alleged that the company or other affiliated agencies appropriately posted nude content of them. What? Okay, I'm going to get to that when I'm done with this. sometimes outside of their terms, posting it to their public feed rather than to a more exclusive feed. Oh no. And sometimes without their permission or knowledge that the nude photos even existed. One lawsuit brought by the former employees accuses the company of wage theft and retaliatory firing. It also reiterates the claims that managers were told to lie about actually being the influencers' fans that they were talking to. You can read the lawsuit here. Right, because if you're working with a company that's going to help you with your OnlyFans, that means they get access to all your exclusive content, the stuff that you're only, like, let's say you're, I don't know, in the corporate world, or you're a mom or something, or just like what most of these chicks do, and you don't want your naked stuff like out there in public. And it sounds like this agency was just posting it to their public feed. Like, let's say they had a Twitter or a social media account, so they're taking the girl's private content and posting it to their public feed, which is very sus. Damn. So here's this article here. BuzzFeed. Ugh. All right. OnlyFans creators say this agency trapped them in exploitive contracts and published nudes without consent. Damn. This is from December 16th of last year's. Clients said their contracts threatened six-figure penalties if they left. And account managers said they felt pressured to clock in as many as 100 hours a week. Look at that clip art. Growing chorus of clients and current and former workers at the social media management company Unruly, an affiliated firm Behave, says the agencies have engaged in deceptive recruitment practices that lock them into agreements threatening six-figure penalties while demanding work they hadn't realized they'd signed up for, and in some cases publishing nude images of them without their consent. Sounds like a pimp to me. Unruly, which manages OnlyFans accounts on behalf of content creators, they manage the account, has risen to become one of the most dominant players in the industry, promoting itself as an advocate for women's empowerment. Of course they do, because that's the way in. And unfortunately, a lot of women are dumb enough, like when they hear that, they go, okay, I'll sign up. I like women's empowerment. Offering entry-level workers a seemingly exciting job in the middle of a pandemic and promising content creators explosive growth in followers and revenue. But interviews with 18 people and documents reviewed by BuzzFeed News revealed that the company officials signed clients and hired workers under conditions that were not always clear, sometimes including details that their contracts conflicted with or were absent from the terms that workers thought they agreed to. One document presented as COVID liability for an event that workers were expected to attend, including on its third page a condition stating that anyone who violated the confidentiality provisions would owe the company $5 million. What? Okay, that seems like just to scare someone. I don't know why I signed with them, said Alexis Marquez, who worked as an account manager at Unruly for a little over a year. They pressured us on the spot to sign everything. Wow. Trying to survive as gig workers in a pandemic and locked into contracts they couldn't get out of. Clients and former workers said they faced a dilemma they hadn't prepared for. Tolerate conditions they didn't know they signed up for, or face threats and retaliation ranging from losing their job to getting sued. The founders, Tara Nick-Najad and Nikki Gathright, declined to comment on specific allegations, citing pending litigation. Wow. Unruly is confident it will successfully resolve these matters in court and looks forward to disproving the claims through the legal process. So, sounds like they fucked up and they took advantage of people. Let's see. Emails and text messages show that the two agencies often operate in tandem, sharing some staff and recruiting jointly. Wow. At a moment when the growing popularity of OnlyFans has created an intensely competitive market for online creators, Unruly and Behave present themselves as a promising pathway to more revenue. And they're like opposites, like opposite names. Social media managers have been around for a long time, and as OnlyFans has become part of the repertoire of ways influencers make money online, content management services like Unruly are so they're positioning themselves like they're just social media managers. Yeah, pandemic was like a really good time to take advantage of people because they were losing their jobs and, depressed, whatnot. People still are. Companies typically help them sell content, produce videos, promote their work, and respond to an overwhelming volume of messages from fans. Oh, wow. Talking about burnout. This is from September. I needed to film today and I physically can't. Online sex workers are burning out. Yeah, it's probably a lot of work. It used to be like, yeah, you would have your appointments, you're going to film, and then that's it. But this is like you could spend all day online talking to people, posting on all your different platforms. Wow. Okay. All right. Sex workers burning people out. All right. I'm going to stop before I scroll onto something I don't want to see. 6 creators told BuzzFeed News they've struggled to get out of contracts. Wow. All right. So this was a bad contract. Interesting. All right. So this is a common practice, and they position themselves like they're social media managers. Behave said the company shared one of her nude videos on the main feed of her OnlyFans page. Even though she deformed them, she typically required an extra fee and ID from anyone who wanted to view it. If she told the company she wanted to leave, she said in the lawsuit that the company shared a second private photo of her on another person's account. Damn. Oh, hi, Waffles. Hi, baby. Come here. Oh, go. She doesn't. I think she's scared of me with headphones on. She also doesn't like when I wear hats. Muffin. I only wish other guys and girls would not went through what I went through. Hi, Muffin. Come here. Yes, hello, baby. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, you're a big girl. Oh, you're such a big girl. All right. I feel like I got the gist of this. So it's common. Wait, what are you eating? Oh, kisses. Oh, kisses. Hello. You smell like roast beef? Okay. Don't many kisses. Okay, don't kisses. You want to say hi? No? You want to go back? Go down? Oh. Okay, let's see. The most degenerate probably makes some real money, but at the price of dignity, of course. I never understood the appeal of doing porn. It's hard to make money at it. So competitive, piracy. There's no respect. Folks who do it. I know folks need money, but McDonald's would be McDonald's. I understand it because it's so much money so quickly. Like, oh god, I'm putting you down. You're heavy. That Allie Ray chick that I interviewed, she was an ER nurse. She had a legit amazing job. And she started a little bit of, I don't know if it's OnlyFans. No, it's her Instagram. She just started posting cute pictures of herself on her Instagram. This is Allie Ray. She made good money. She's a ICU nurse or something with babies. And the I'm assuming they're women. The girls at her hospital really tried to cancel her over that, just over having hot pictures of herself on her Instagram. And then it got around, and then she eventually got fired. Then I think she dabbled in Instagram. So she was doing Instagram and her full-time job at the same time. And then her coworkers basically got her fired because she had an OnlyFans account. And then she did full-time OnlyFans. And she makes $75,000 a month. So it's you can't make that working at McDonald's. Not everyone makes that amount, but you can just stay home and take a bunch of photos and videos and boom. It's easier than getting out of bed, going to a McDonald's, filling out an application, and being oh, I have to smell like McDonald's now. Oh, the floofers. Waffles, do you want to come say hi? That was Muffin before. Muffin's, I guess she's 30 pounds, and Muffin might be like, how much is Muffin weigh? You can't tell me. Your dog. 15? Maybe she's 15 now. 18 pounds. They steal socks. But yes, they are very soft. Yeah. Yeah, it is the minority. I do wonder how much they pay for taxes. I'll have to look it up. Or maybe they had enough money in their family to spend money on looks. No, I mean, I think she's just naturally gorgeous. I don't think she's had work done or anything. I'll bring her up. Ellie Ray. Wowie. She's crushing it. She started her own Bitcoin. Bitcoin has become a lifeline for sex workers who, like this former nurse who made 1.3. She made 1.3 million last year. Wow, good for her. Damn though. Okay, so this is her. This was her as a nurse, and this is her now. So, like, if anything, maybe she just like had her lips done, but it doesn't look like she's had much else. She already had her boobs done, like after she had all her kids. So yeah. So she would use PayPal, Square Cash, Venmo, and a lot of her accounts would be shut down because of related to sex work, which I've heard that from other girls in the adult industry. So she started accepting crypto. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. So using crypto was easier for her. Knox is one of the many adult workers who say that cryptocurrency like Bitcoin give them a sense of security and independence as banks, credit card companies, and payment processors tighten regulations around adult content. Right, like Chase has been known to shut down many accounts of girls in the adult industry, and maybe guys too. With crypto, there's no middleman making a judgment call on which transactions are acceptable. Just talking about escorting. Wow, I guess a lot of escorts prefer to be paid in Bitcoin or Ethereum. How interesting! Like nerds and hot girls colliding on. They have one thing in common: it's Bitcoin. Allie Ray is a 37-year-old mother of 3 boys who says she went from making $84K a year as an ICU nurse in Boston to 1.3 million thanks to OnlyFans. She has over 130 million users. Wow, she's super hot. So yeah, she started her own. I think her cryptocurrency that she's starting is called Wetcoin, if I'm not mistaken. She's done Simpcast. Yeah, she's stunning. Good for her. Doing what she loves. True. Yeah. I feel like my eyes glaze when I see hot people online, like how much of it is filters. I only respect abs I see offline. Yeah, that's why I try like not to filter any of my photos because I'd much rather. Plus, first of all, it takes time. It's a pain in the ass. And also, I'd rather people meet me and be like, "Oh, you look better than in your photos," than meet me and go, "Oh, I didn't even know it was you," because you don't look like yourself. Okay, I want to talk about the this thing that I shared. Oh God. If you guys aren't following Libs of TikTok, what are you doing with your life? So this is a trans TikToker, member of the extra mentally ill squadron, I guess. And I think she really looks like Flo from the Progressive commercials. So let's watch this TikTok. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but you know, for the people who haven't.
So if the only reason you don't want to date someone boils down to the fact that they're trans, that's transphobia right there. Let's go over a couple of situations. So if you don't want to date a trans one because you want kids, well, you better be keeping that same attitude with cis women who are infertile, or that's transphobia. If you don't want to date a trans woman because you're not attracted to trans women, I would absolutely love to know how you're able to identify correctly who is a trans woman on site 100% of the time, because that is just impressive. I wish I had that ability. I'd love to be able to have even more trans solidarity. And then also just being super straight is the all lives matter of sexualities. It's not a real sexuality. It literally is just something that's made up to make fun of trans people and to hate on trans people. So, yes, super straights, I don't respect you and I don't respect that sexuality. Bye. So if the only
Oh my
reason
God.
you don't
All
want
right.
to date someone boils
There's a lot to unpack here. This is a lot. I think most people would hear this and they're like, their eyes and ears glaze over and they're like, I don't, what? I'm going to watch something else.
So if the only reason you don't want to date someone boils down to the fact that they're trans, that's transphobia, right?
All right. Number one, this person's been rejected a ton in their life. They're angry. They're upset. Someone who's feeling good about things doesn't make videos in their car. You know, if you're happy, if things are going well for you, you're not making videos in your car. The people who make videos in their car are like mentally ill people and comedians.
There, let's go over a couple of situations.
Ugh.
So if you don't want to date a trans woman because you want kids, well, you better be keeping that same attitude with cis women who are infertile.
So a lot of times when you fall in love, you don't ask somebody like right away, like, oh, are you infertility is something that's discovered a couple years into a relationship. Like you're dating, maybe you're married, you're like, then you want to have kids, and then you realize you're infertile. You can't compare women who have fertility issues to trans women because I mean, like infertility stuff pops up down the road, years down the road, whereas like you can see if you can figure out if someone's trans like pretty quickly. So that's not at all a fair comparison to make.
Or that's transphobia.
Ugh, everything's transphobia.
If you don't want to date a trans woman because you're not attracted to trans women,
Why did he put they put attracted in quotes? This person doesn't believe in attraction. They don't believe in someone having a personal preference. That this is just a cope for their own rejection. Honestly, like this is like layers and layers of delusion here. Like you don't actually your mind is not letting you believe someone's not attracted to you because that means your life choices are wrong. You've gone down the wrong path. You've lived your life. She's back with my sock. You know what I mean? You've lived your life in such a way that has made you unattractive to the people that you are attracted to. So then rather take a step back and be like, oh, I got to rethink some things here. Maybe I have to undo some of my beliefs. Maybe I have to like find God. Maybe I got to talk to somebody. Instead of doing the hard work of self-improvement, you tell yourself that attraction isn't real and that anybody who's not into you has to be transphobic. It's about the other people. It's about everybody else is to blame, not me.
I would absolutely love to know how you're able to identify correctly who is a trans woman on site 100% of the time, because that is just impressive. I wish I had that ability. I'd love to be able to have even more.
Okay, so she's talking about like, oh, some people aren't able to identify who's trans and who's not. Again, this seems like a cope for not being able to pass. So it seems like this is a guy who's transitioned to female, and the bulk of this upsetment, the bulk of these negative feelings are coming from this person's inability to pass as female. Whenever you hear somebody, oh, you can't tell who's. Trust me, people aren't misgendering Blair White. People aren't misgendering Buck Angel. It's always the trans people who are not passing as what they want to pass as are the ones that are most toxic and who are doing videos in their car.
Or trans solidarity. And then also just being super straight is the all.
Again, super straight is in quotes, like they don't even believe it's a real thing. It's a cope. Like super straight doesn't exist. Like if super straight exists, then there's nobody that would find her attractive. And again, she's unwilling to make that mental leap and believe that it's possible, that that there's some people that will never be attracted to her no matter what she does. So instead of taking a look at her own life choices or just having some radical self-acceptance, instead of doing that, she would rather put super straight in quotes and just assume that anyone who says that is like lying or transphobic, or again, they're the problem, not her.
lives matter of sexualities. It's not
Again, so like comparing being super straight or straight to all lives matter. This is a way to shame you, right? Because what was all lives matter is like, that's just common sense. But they're equating, being straight with all lives matter because they're trying to like, again, it's using social pressure and shaming it's bullying, and she's comparing it to something else that seems like being straight. A lot of people would say like that's just common sense. That's people's natural setting. That's most people's natural setting. Just like it's most people's natural setting to believe in equality and that all lives matter. So again, they use social pressure and shame to bully you into thinking and behaving as they do.
not a real sexuality. It literally is just something that's made up to make
Yeah, being straight is made up.
fun of trans people and to hate on trans people. So,
And the self-importance of these people blows me away. It's like most of us, like most straight people, spend their whole day without thinking of a trans person, probably until they hear me talking about this, or they hear like they see a Lives of TikTok video and then they have a laugh and they go about their day. But most people are not thinking about you. Like, and I don't mean that in a shitty, hateful way. It's like they're just living their lives, like trans people make up, especially these toxic trans people make up a very small percentage of the population. And like the self-importance here that like people just exist to be transphobic is like incredibly selfish and narcissistic.
yes, super straights, I don't respect you and I don't respect that sexuality. Bye.
She's already saying, I don't respect you. So it's like, what? We're supposed to bend over backwards and respect and like make all this space for people who don't even respect us? Why? Who would do that? Mental illness. I'm really glad I broke that down. Right? Like, you never think about it again until we see a TikTok video. And then we're like, oh, really? You guys are still at this? Okay. Yeah. It's like being angry. I think it's more that they are going off and being angry. It's a rant. Why not discuss a rant? I like rants. Russell Hall calling him a she is a symptom of the brainwashing. These people want to erode consensual contact. Ooh, that's an interesting theory. Like, right? When you put attraction and sexuality in quotes, that means like it's taking away personal choice. Isn't that scary? Isn't that kind of like post-apocalyptic or something? Like it's gross. Like we can't live our own lives anymore. Nobody wants to be bullied into sex. Like I don't even think this person wants. Do you know what I mean? Like if they're genuinely with somebody, they don't want to feel like that person is just with them because they were bullied into it. I think they genuinely want a real connection. They're not getting it because they're hurt inside. They're mentally ill. They have a lot of work to do on themselves. But again, instead of looking within and stop making videos, it's like it's all projection. All projection, man. All right, let me see if I missed any fun chats. Okay, thank you for your questions and comments about Owen. I'll bring that up. I hope this interview with Arthur Pawlowski happens at 1. If he doesn't, I'll try to reschedule it as soon as I can. Gender dysphoria, yeah. I can't figure out if it's gender dysphoria or gender dysmorphia. I think Blair White says gender dysmorphia. Yeah, it's an angry, hurt person. Jeremy does car videos. I mean, okay, fine. Or like people who want to make content right away make videos in their cars. Oh, I did. I missed a super chat. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, guys. Let me get it. Because sometimes it scrolls past me quicker than I can get it. Okay. Russell also saying he's attracted is an excuse for hate. He's, quote, attracted is an excuse for hate. Attracted is making the point you actually hate. This dude is cringy from Morgan Babcock. Young Pay says these guys were the sleazy lounge lizards of yore. Oh, right. Comparing like the companies for like the OnlyFans farming. Jim McClure, thanks for the super chat. Young Pay says, this is why you need only Franks and Kayla too. Tommy Simonson. Oh, thank you for sending 50 krona. They can use the pics to teach an AI to make fake girls with nudes and underbid real girls. Nerds always win. Wow, that sounds complicated. Jammin McClure. Chrissy, move to Houston. We have no COVID rules here. Stop making me jealous. I'm definitely going to be back in Dallas. I think next month to do some promo for the album that's dropping. D What says, please do Frostcast episode 2 with Gary or Jeremy as Adam Sessler. Oh, that's a great idea. Thanks, D What. Young Pay. Sydney and Elijah too will be on FNT soon. Yeah, oh, that's great. I can't wait for that. Elsid says, also saw you're interviewing Pastor Autor, and he was apparently arrested again. Yep. How do I know this is even Chrissy reading this? Mayor in the morning. All right, I think I got them all. Ugh, water bugs. Ugh. Matthew Hammond, when are you and Ryan Long going to collaborate on something funny? You are both in and near New York City. This needs to happen. Oh, I would love to collaborate with Ryan Long. I feel like he has his like set group of people that he likes working with, or at least that's how I'm perceiving it. Yeah, but I would love to work on something with him. Okay. All right, I think I got everything. Young Pay, 5 for Morning Edition Frank. He's at work right now. Good morning, guys. Plant Lives Matter from Ian Caster. Nightwave chat. Oh, right. I talked about that one. Okay. I think I got everything. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's coming. I told you what's coming up this week. Also, Thursday, tomorrow, I have an interview with Tanner Guzzi, who's like a men's style expert. Michaela Peterson had him on, and it was a really great interview. So I was like, oh, I really want to have him. And yeah, and then FNT this Friday, of course. And this Friday's Friday Night Tights is going to be with the one and only Anthony Cumia. So if you're a Compound Media fan, absolutely tune into that one. It's going to be really fun. And Gary's such a big fan of his, so I'm really happy I could connect that, help make that happen. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into Mayor in the Morning. Thank you for all of your comments and fun questions and fun super chats. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. I'm going to try to drink more water today. What else? Oh, yeah. I do not recommend this candle, by the way. I was going to say today's candle is Winter Candy Apple. This is from Bath & Body Works. It's not worth the hype, guys. I would not. It takes a lot for me to not like a candle, and there's just no smell coming from it. So it's a huge disappointment. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Did I miss your super chat? Motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Wormsworth. Really happy to see your numbers going up. Oh, thanks, Worms. What super chats did I miss? Jeff Hillman. Fuck, man. I'm really trying here. Let me go through it again. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to sign out, but I really want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, from Mr. Scott. Have you dressed up as a trucker yet for Gary's show? No, but that's a great idea. Do I even have clothes that could be like trucker clothes? Jeff Hillman. Oh, is it gender dysmorphia or Eastside Dave in a wig? That's funny. I did Russell Halls. This dude is cringy. I think I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. See you soon. See you at 1 o'clock for Arthur Pulowski. And if not, I'll see you at 5 for Owen Benjamin. Love you all. Bye.